All right. Okay. This is my first time using StreamYard for my chat, so bear with me. Um, I should have um, traditions coming on. All right, bet. All right. I should have my guests coming on with me, traditions, but while I'm waiting, um, I'm trying not to make any sudden movements because this thing, like it, the connection is terrible. It just really is terrible, but it is what it is. All right, so just waiting to see if anybody, if you're on, guys, just say hello. I haven't been on in a little bit. I mean, like I definitely did a live with you guys anyway. So while I'm waiting, I wish I could get on it. I just did a video. Oh, okay. Um, hey Chris. Um, yeah. So all right, as an update, I have a couple videos coming out actually tonight. One of them about the new rubbery substance that's being found in dead bodies. Um, um, yeah, the new rubbery substance that's being found in dead bodies, in people's veins. So I have a video coming out about that tonight that I'm getting ready to finish editing, and another video coming out about our energy crisis that we're going through in America, because we do have that going on. Now today I wanted to get into the whole discussion about um the censorship that has been going on for the past, I don't even know how many years, but I've noticed it since 2020. Doesn't mean that that's really when it started, but these things are like trickle, like snowball events. They start off with one little thing, like we're just gonna make sure we check for this. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna make sure we check for foreign entities and stuff like that. That's all we're gonna check for, and then it goes and it snowballs to, well, we're gonna make sure that we check for the voting issues, and nobody's trying to persuade you to vote a certain way. Well, we're going to make sure that we stop people from seeing certain things that could make them vote differently. And then it just goes, and then we're going to make sure you don't see any information that'll stop you from taking the medication that we want you to take, and so forth, and so on and so on. And then, or they'll use things like, oh, we're doing this for racial justice and stuff like that. So it's like, like, I don't need all that. Like, when y'all say that y'all are doing certain things for, see, I'm gonna be, oh my god, I hate StreamYard. Anyway, when y'all say, because it looks like I'm, oh god, StreamYard is like terrible because I keep freezing. Anyway, um yeah, when y'all say y'all gonna be doing things for racial justice and making sure we save black people, it's always, racism or whatever. Y'all don't gotta do all that. Just whatever. I can hit a block button. I don't like censoring of information. So this is basically what I'm getting ready to talk about. Um Read something about bioluminescence being used to spot those. Yup. Yeah. Yep. I've what Chris just said, I've actually talked about that back in 2020 with my friends, though. This is before I had a channel. And it's like, it's certain things I can't talk about. I still can't say certain things. YouTube is definitely part of it. So I'm gonna actually start going into talking about the article that came out, and when my guest comes on, then we can go from there. Hopefully I even invited him correctly, because I just feel like I'm so hold on. So this came out from the Intercept. Hold on. Hmm. I don't want to. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I guess I have to share my entire screen. That's kind of like creepy. I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. Bet. Hold on. So I had to share it while I let me make sure these. I'm at this is so stupid. I'm at the dead to live. Like it's so dumb. Like, oh brother. It's still freezing. Oh wait. Hello?
Hello?
Yo, I'm like freezing on YouTube, I think.
I'm not watching on YouTube. I don't know. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, it's like circling when I because I usually have it on my phone.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me turn it down.
Can am I live? Because on my phone I'm freezing. I hate the fact that I'm going. I tried this new.
Let me pause it and let me see. Hold on.
Hmm.
I mean, let me go on mute.
Damn. So now it's back on. This is bananas. Streamlab could really do like much better.
No, it's good when I'm watching it on my
How
phone.
we looking good? All right. All right. You good? All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're so
Oh,
Haitian.
yeah, I heard you sucking your teeth and all that.
You
Oh,
know?
look, I see my boy Kofa in the chat too. Let me share it. All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't even hear what you were saying. I was getting myself together, turning my laptop on.
Right. So I was trying to share like the article that I was reading. I have to not look at this YouTube. It's gonna throw me off. I was trying to share the article that I was reading or whatever about the situation. So I'm gonna try this again. All right. Let's see. That I shouldn't use new stuff on. Okay. Like people okay. Everybody's like, it's good, it's good. Like it is like so annoying doing this. All right. Hold on.
Hey, you got the whole world.
All right. All right. So, okay, let's get started. So, in this article, so did you read the article, right? Like, did you read the article?
Well, I just seen videos about it because I was still working, so I didn't have time to stop to read the articles, but I had time to listen to some videos of people discussing about it.
All right. So, I highlighted some parts because I didn't, I'm not gonna read the whole article, but
Right.
so let's just, I'll read like the highlighted parts so we can start from somewhere. Okay. So the Department of Homeland Security is quietly broadening its efforts to curb speech and it considers dangerous. Let me take a deep breath.
Mhm.
Okay. And investigation by the Intercept found out years of internal DHS memos, emails, and documents obtained via leaks and ongoing lawsuits, as well as public documents. All right, bet. So the work, hold on, the work much of which remains unknown, came into clear view this year when they announced. So remember, they had a disinformation board, and then they said they got rid of the board. But the minute I heard they had a disinformation board, I was like, and when they was like, "Oh, we're not gonna have it anymore," I was like, "That's a lie. Y'all still gonna have it? Like y'all
Yeah.
are behind closed doors." They still been trying to shape the online discourse. I mean, and we could feel that as content creators. We could feel that.
Right.
DHS plans to target inaccurate information such as the origins of Cove. I can't even say the word on this channel. Um,
So you
you
still
know,
can't say the word?
yeah, because I don't say it because it's something about me. When I say it, I I get a strike. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
it's frustrating. Like I hate
Because I
I
seen it,
hate
not to
like
cut you off, but I seen another channel. He was going through the same thing. He would not say the word, but he was describing what this is going on, but he wouldn't say the word.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
because like I made some really good episodes on this channel like when this all first started with the mandates and everything,
Hmm.
but I think that I became a target in some fashion, and I would be like, how am I a target though? At that time, I only had like 150. Like, I'm like, why would I be a target? But if I even said the word, they would start like, they would give me a strike. I started to notice that, and so now I don't even say it, which if it's frustrating because this is my like I'm a nurse, I'm a registered nurse, so
Right.
I talk about this all day at work. if you're saying that I'm giving disinformation, that goes against my license. Like I educate patients, you know what I'm saying? So I like
Mhm.
it's just insane. So all right. So then they said that they were trying to like, I guess, target inaccurate racial justice, the withdrawal from Afghanistan, the nature of the U.S. support to Ukraine. Facebook went and they created a special portal for the DHS and government partners to report disinformation directly. Like amazing, but so I mean, and then look, even JP Morgan Chase was involved with that. Like I don't even need to go necessarily through like the whole article, but you see where this is going.
Yeah.
They like you see where it's going. And was so it's infuriating. What I think infuriates me even more is the fact that we're gonna have all this evidence. They coming out, they leaking all this stuff, and nothing. So is nothing gonna be done still? Like this,
No, you know how the game goes. So it's like, why do you think it's coming out now?
I don't know.
I think honestly, I think because of Elon Musk just bought Twitter, and he's
Hmm.
coming through what's going on with Twitter, and it's going to come out eventually. So they're like, all right, let's just say it was a leak instead of saying Elon Musk team found certain things, going through the algorithm. That's what I'm starting to think. Because how did he buy Twitter and it's finalized last week, and now this get leaked in the beginning of this week?
Right,
Yeah,
right. You're right. That's what like a lot of people saying. Like Tim Pool was saying that. There's a lot of people saying it. I mean, it's true because and then they talking about investigating this man, because of his acquisition of like, for buying Twitter. Well, we need to investigate him to see if he's not a national security. Like what? Yeah, like it, I just, I think for me, it's like this really is the America I live in. I didn't grow up in this era of everything in America is bad, right?
yeah.
I grew up where they still taught you the Constitution in school. So
Hmm.
for me to see this, I'm like, yo, like this isn't exact fascism. I mean, y'all are talking about we can't even talk about our US support to Ukraine. Why is that an issue? How does that hurt somebody to talk about that?
Yeah, and I got flagged for that. That's what my last
For real?
got flagged for that. Yeah, so I was saying like how when people when black people were told they go into Ukraine to volunteer, they said expect to be called the N word when
Right.
you go to Ukraine. So I said,
Yeah.
how are we sending billions of dollars to a country that's disrespecting citizens of this country
Yeah.
when they go over there? Why should we be a part of that? And I ask those kind of questions. Then I also show like black soldiers saying how they can't wait to go over there. And I'm like, this is kind of messed up. Like you
Mm.
going somewhere to be expected to be treated as a second class citizen. And I kept,
Right.
emphasizing those things. And lo and behold, strike, 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 strike. I was like, damn, you start my whole
Wow.
page over. Yeah.
But then they care about racial injustice though, right? Like but isn't
So
that
they
the
say.
big like a huge form of racial injustice right there? But they care about
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. It was
Like,
like expect to be called the N word, expect to be called a monkey, expect to be called all types of racial slurs when you go there to volunteer to help these people. I'm like, why would you volunteer to help? And that's like, oh, that was on the DOJ whatever like .gov website. If you go there, it
uh-huh.
said what to expect, and it said if you're a black person, expect these things.
And this is just gonna be okay. And
Yeah,
worse yet, the whole thing makes it worse because that's the place that America has no business being. This is America started this, and we have no business being there.
hmm
It's really sick and ridiculous. Like I know that they are trying to control the narrative on everything, but my God, like, all right, we have it here. Like, this is it. This is sedition. Like, again, they said it. Now you're gonna see. They say they started the board. They're gonna implicate Donald Trump because they're gonna say, well, this stuff was starting under the Trump era. When I read the article, and I'm not making any excuses. This is why I don't like a bunch of arms of the government. Okay, we're supposed to have three branches of the government, but when you got the CDC, the FBI, the FDA, the EPA, all that, it's all the
the
government
internet.
now.
It's another branch.
Yeah, the DHS now. Okay, Homeland Security. All right, we should have a Department of Homeland Security, but then they made a branch to stop foreign foreign interference in our elections, because they said that Russia colluded in the 2016 election, which is a big lie, which they already know. But it's just a reason to give more surveillance to the citizens of this country. This is why I make videos like this on my channel. Like, I make videos like this on my channel because, like, to talk about that, we be under attack by our government, like in real time. Like, we are under
Hmm.
attack by our government. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I know it's not the most fun topic to talk about, right? But
Hmm.
it's insane. Like, it's insane. And so even this conversation that we having, right? It could be deemed as, well, this is, stuff that could make domestic terrorists or whatever. And so we need to check them out. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
I think those both things could be true. They need to like not have quote unquote domestic terrorists be I guess accumulating plans under social media so easily, but they also don't have to censor everybody too. Like the
Right.
things I went through, I'm not a domestic terrorist. I'm just a tech guy that works in his living room making videos on YouTube. And it's like, you guys
I
are
know
censoring
you've
things
been
that
through
I'm
a
saying.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah. Like
yeah.
my Instagram, forget about it. Like I'm on like real thin line on Instagram. I got 15,000 followers and they like this close of like demonetizing me, and I gotta be real careful what I say, which is
I ain't
interesting
fair.
because the last thing they hit me with a strike with was the Megan Thee Stallion and Hillary Clinton video. So they said
Right.
that that's not according to company guidelines. But today I posted a video with Herschel Walker saying that I felt like he's being a tool. That's okay, but if I say
Right.
something about Hillary Clinton, it's a strike. So it's like you see which direction they're going in. So if I say anything
Right.
about one party, it's a problem. I say something about another party, it's celebrated.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just, I wonder if like more people are seeing this. It's just like it. I mean, like it is. It's sad too, because like even when they're saying that we can't talk about the code, right? But a lot of people went into a decision without the full informed consent. Again,
right,
something that I'm passionate about as a nurse. When I first became a nurse, I've been a nurse for like 14 years. Yeah. So they taught us back then, they used to teach like real nursing. Like, they didn't teach, this whole like victimhood or, collective thinking nursing. It was like patient centered care. All right. So you were like your patient advocate. So like if I had a cancer patient one time say, I'm done with the chemo. I don't want the chemo anymore. Right. And the doctor got mad at her for saying that, whatever. But she was like, yo, I'm not living my life. Like, you could tell he was just really trying to make the big bucks, whatever. So, but I understood where she was coming from. That's her right to refuse. You know what I'm saying? It's her life. She says she's done with it. Right. So that's what I was brought up on: informed consent, people making their own decisions with their own minds. And then we mass produced something and mass gave it out, but there was no information it was just, there was no real informed consent about it. And then when
yeah,
people like me went to go talk about it, you know, it became a problem. Like, you can't have any type of negative discussion on it, or else we're gonna stop people from taking it. But that's the point. Maybe everybody don't need to take it. That's the thing though.
yeah,
Like, that's the point.
yeah. Like I remember going to the doctor, and he asked me, "Did I get the shot?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." He says, "Why?" I'm like, "I already had it. Why do I need a shot? If I had the shot is me getting it again. Basically, it's like it's an artificial version of the seed. So I was like, why
Right.
would I do it again? That he couldn't
Right.
really explain it, but he kept saying, you need to get the shot. You need to get the shot. And I was like, nah, I'm not getting it. Then fast forward, I had to go to Canada for my job, and I didn't have the shot, but I had a paper saying I didn't have the seed. But it was like, we don't care about that. I was in immigration for like 45 minutes to an hour explaining why I need to be here for work. And it was like, all right, we'll let you go this one time, but you have to take a test every day before you go back to the States. I didn't take a test. I
Wow.
just drove back to the States because I had to write the passage to get to the United States as a United States citizen. So I
Right.
was able to get back into the country. But I'm like,
Right.
this is insane that I'm showing you I don't have it. This is proof. I took this test yesterday before I flew in today.
Mhm.
And it was like, we don't care. You need to be V'd up before you can come into our country. And I was
Amazing.
like, damn, yeah. I mean, luckily they let me go through. I didn't have to call my boss and tell him this stupid ass story, but
Right.
I was able to get through. But I'm like, you really had me in immigration for 45 minutes to an
Yep.
hour, explaining what I do, and he's on the computer researching my job and see who I work for and trying to reach out to my management and everything like that. Like, why are you in this country without this thing in your body?
Amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely extraordinary. And then look at that. Like, look at that. It's like, first of all, I want to commend you for, yeah, I mean, sticking to your guns or whatever,
yeah,
because
I was nervous.
that, what you say?
I was nervous.
But still, and that's normal, right? Like, you're gonna
Mhm.
feel like that. It's normal that you were nervous, but it's not normal what they did to you. It's not
No.
normal that the whole world was even acting like this, and then all based on, like, just because, for reasons, for what we said. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
like people being told, like, even them saying like, oh, you gotta get tested before you come back home. All right, you were able to just drive back in, whatever. But I know a lot of people who couldn't go away if they were coming back home, that they might test negative and have to stay. I'm an American citizen. I live here. I should be able to come home whenever I want to. Like, this is insane. So all of this was
Yeah.
done. All of this was done, and you asked the right questions. If you already had it, why would you take it? Because in history, that's never been done. Never been done.
Yeah.
And it is in fact dangerous to do something like that,
Hmm.
you know. But oh, if somebody says that, we gotta take off their whole platform. And yes, I have a Rumble, I do have backups, right? But we know that this is the platform. These platforms are where people want to be, because I'm trying to get people who've never heard some of this stuff before to hear something new, to start looking at things differently. If you're on
Right.
Rumble, that means you already figured it out for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we like, like, it is like, I just fear for where, not fear like I'm shaking in my booties, but how far is this country going with this stuff? Like, this has to be stopped. Like, because the more, it's just going to keep on snowballing until full people control. And like I said, you see whose name was on the paperwork or whatever. JP Morgan Chase. Isn't that the bank that totally told Kanye to take all his stuff out, right?
Yeah. And that's the same
Like,
bank that got ties to slave money. That's why I took my money out years ago once I figured that out.
oh, for real?
Hmm.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Well, he said something anti, the labels again. They label you whatever, and then they just, the people controllers, like, debanking is a thing now. It's a thing. Get your money
Yeah.
out my bank, like, because I didn't like what you said. I don't
The
know.
issue is people who can't be controlled is the issue. If you could be controlled, they're okay with whatever you're saying. You could do whatever you want. But once you can't be controlled, as you can see, nobody would touch you.
Right. Right. Damn, did you freeze or did I freeze? Oh, it's probably stupid. Hello. Oh. I was gonna tell him I like his haircut too. This is, oh my god. I'm not using Streamlab no more, Streamyard no more. I'm coming off of it. Somebody has to tell. Please, somebody tell me a a service, a streaming service that's much better than Streamyard, because this is just not right. Oh man, traditions is probably gone. So okay. I'm gonna read about. I wasn't gonna stay long on this live anyway, but I just needed to talk about this. Debanking has always been a thing. It's just that you're right. It has, Chris. It has always been a thing. I did hear about it in I believe it was 2020. I heard about it. A lot of it was Republicans getting damn. I lost traditions. I am gonna wrap this up. This was a fast one, but it was a lot of Republicans, I think I was hearing, was getting debanked. It was a thing. We just hearing about it now, meaning that they're gonna ramp it up. They're gonna ramp it up. You're right. Let me see what else y'all was saying. So what's it called? Ecam Live. Thank you, Growth Talk Podcast. I'm going to use that because this is ridiculous. Like, my Zoom doesn't act like this. I should have just went on Zoom. Free, but might not be your thing. I'm Jitsi. Okay, I'll look into that too, because this is ridiculous. Like, I'm finally back on, and then like, I can't even stay on here long with my guests because my service sucks. So I don't know, but I just wanted to come on and talk about this because, like, when I first made this channel, my channel was all about Cove and the jab and mandates. and I almost lost this channel because of that. But it's not like this is not normal. Like, and then I know that I'm suppressed because there's like videos that'll be flying and then all of a sudden they just stop. I know this is not anything new. I know this has been happening, but that is the one he uses. You're right. Um, I know this has been happening, but it's just to see the evidence like, yo, like they really like they really did this. Like they really sat there and colluded something. Furthermore, they I remember in the beginning of the year, and I made a video about this. I forgot it was something. I forgot the title of the video, but I made a video where Joe Biden was saying that social media companies needs to start censoring people more basically, and I was like, the government is asking for a censorship, like this is fascism or this is some sort of this is sedition, treason, or something. But they really were there, plotting it and putting it together for us to not be able to have their. They are controlling the conversation. And it's more than just not. Oh, I think traditions is back on. Hold on, let me see. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I act like we're on the phone. Yeah, I think that was me, man. I don't know, man.
No,
I'm not.
it was me. I'd never seen my computer do that before. I'm not coming on live with you no more.
What? What did it do? Stop! Don't do that. You just scared me. What did it do?
It just did a full reboot out of nowhere. I never seen my computer do that before while I'm using it. Never did a full reboot.
I'm not using StreamYard no more. I still feel like it
I
was
don't
me.
think it was on my end, to be honest.
You sure it was on your end, yo?
It was on my end, yeah. It was on my end. And
Still
plus
not using
you
it.
got a PC, you gotta use StreamYard. You don't have no other options.
I don't know. I feel like that was a little bit of a load. Like, yeah, I mean, like you was trying to give me the advice, but still trying to make me feel bad just a little bit. But
But you know
so
what though?
that
I did try something differently. I tried to um go on Firefox instead of Google Chrome. So
uh-huh.
I went maybe Firefox. I don't know. Maybe it was a different web browser that I used that why my computer just completely did a reboot. But yeah,
Mm. Maybe it was them dark forces. It's like, let me stop.
could be.
That's a Haitian answer. Um, so the Ecamm Live that you be using, it won't work on my
Yeah,
computer.
it's only a Mac based program.
Jeez, I'm really
Yeah, I
gonna have
see
to
my
get
boy
that Mac.
Kofa is in the chat saying that
Yeah, yeah.
we got up together like last 2 weeks and I was showing him some things. And
Oh
I
man.
we all I mean, what you call it starting to use it too, Shay. Shay's looking into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to really bite the bullet by the end of the year, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get that Mac because I want my stuff to be on. Like, I don't like this whole it's freezing. Oh, what happened to traditions. He's going. I don't like that. Like it's plus because I want my content to be perfect. Especially now, you can't go on the news and listen, so they come to us to talk about stuff. You know what I mean? Like people come
Yeah.
listen to us. This is real quick. I like your haircut though.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did it all right. You did the big chop.
Yeah, the big chop.
What made you do that? Now we talking about other stuff, right? Like
Real quick. It was like during the I guess 2020 that year when everything was locked down, I couldn't get a
mhm,
haircut, right? And I was
mhm,
like, I'm gonna just lock my hair up. So I locked it up and
right,
I locked it up because I couldn't get a cut. Two, I was being lazy. I didn't want to get a cut frequently. So and
right,
I didn't have to go into work. So I didn't care how I look. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So like when I do work, I work from home, my camera is always off. So like you never see how I look. So it doesn't matter what I look like. So
right.
I didn't care, but I was like, you know what? Now moving forward, I don't want to have that lazy mindset. So I was like, I was ready to cut it off. I turned 40 next year anyway. So I was ready to turn it off when I turned 40. But
Right.
then I was like, once I had in my mind to cut it off, I was gonna do it next April. And I just did it last Wednesday. And
No,
that's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know that's right. Well, you wear it well,
Thank
and
you.
you
Thank
look
you.
young. You 39. You look real
Yeah.
young.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm 39 too.
See?
But
We look the same age. Like once you turn like 26 and
pretty
you
much just
black, you look the same to like 50 something.
right. I think that is
Unless you
true.
want
Like
drugs. Yeah, unless you
it
want
just
drugs
right.
and drinking a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but we right, right. You're right about that. But I do thank you for coming on here. I wasn't gonna really stay on here long, but I was like, I gotta come on here and talk. But the sad part is we said some stuff that I might have to take this live off of my YouTube because they could potentially give me a strike. You know,
Mm,
it's sickening. It really is sickening. But I do have some episodes that I'm about to I did finally record and I'm about to edit because did you see the pictures of like the veiny rubbery stuff or whatever on Twitter where people was like, what is this or whatever? Like,
Mm-mm.
did you okay, well, these new blood clots. So I made the video about that and
Okay, I'll check it
yeah.
out when you post it.
Yeah, I'm about to get on my editing. So yeah, this was a quick one, but I just didn't want to come on by myself and rant or whatever. And I ain't talked to y'all in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm y'all been doing y'all thing. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you for coming on with me. So
Oh, no problem. No problem.
especially last minute. So
Oh
anything else
yeah.
you want to say? Tell the people where they could find you. They already know
Broke
where they could find you.
Broken Traditions. You could look that up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I am on Rumble, but I'm not like familiar how to build on Rumble.
Right.
So, but I am there, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I have an account. I think I'm about to go back to Live Waves. That's
Huh.
another app where you could put exclusive content and tell people like if you want to see my exclusive content, go into Live Waves. It's
Live way.
yeah, it's a North Carolina based app. I met the creators of them, and we had conversations. And it's like 100% of the money goes, but I would say a large portion of the money goes to you for each content. So I see a
Mm.
lot of comedians are now putting these shows on Live Waves.
Hmm.
So like if you want to do it, whatever you want to do, you can go on Live Waves, and it's definitely not controlled by the powers that be. It's not a part of the
Right.
government. Yeah, it's not a part of the judicial branch or executive branch or what have you.
Which, at the end of the day, to just a real quick, like that's what's gonna end up happening. It's like people gonna move off of. Eventually, it's gonna be like, yo, forget it. Like even as much as I'm saying, oh, I want to get people on YouTube and stuff. I'll just have to turn it off. Like I'll turn it off. I already turned off my Facebook. I am completely shadow banned on Facebook. Like even when I go live, nobody knows I go live. It's like talking to myself, and yeah, like it feel weird. Like
So
so I
I'm
don't
at
even.
I'm at the space. Only reason I have Facebook is because there's an eCam forum that I learned new stuff about eCam on
Mm,
Facebook. It wasn't for
right,
that, I'll delete my Facebook.
right.
Yeah,
There's no.
it's useless to me.
It is absolutely useless. They don't
Yeah,
let real conversation happen on Facebook.
no.
Even everybody else is supposed to be corny. Like I'm not like
Yeah, I don't care for that. I don't care what to see what your kid had on for Halloween today. Like I don't care to see your kid Superman, Spider Man, a princess. Like who care? I don't care. I do not care. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And it used to be okay to have that, but then we would have other conversations. I used to get into a lot of like, what people would call arguments, not arguments, but discourse with people on Facebook. But they
Yeah.
took that out. It's like nobody, you can't see certain things. So then it's corny to me. So I'm about to
Mhm.
revamp all of this and get it, get it popping because
Yeah. So once you get your MacBook, you be set. Like
yeah, I'm
yeah. So
gonna. I think you've finally done it. I have to. I am gonna get one.
like
So
my man Kofi in the chat, he got a MacBook. We was chopping it up, just learning new things.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I
it's
just talked. I
time.
was I was on the phone with Shay last night.
And yeah, but getting it seems like it's a
Yeah.
lot smoother that way. So
Hmm.
all right, I'll get myself one for Christmas. So
There you
that's
go.
that'll be the plan.
There you
All
go.
right, traditions. Thank you again.
No
Thank you
problem.
everybody for watching. I'll see y'all at the next one. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
bye.